I woke up on Friday morning, showered, Mark went out and hunted for a bunch of snacks.
Oh god, these are enormous. Oh, they're thins. Sea salt almond chocolate thins.
My intent was to make a big charcuterie board, kind of like one of those pre-hunt smorgasbords that you see in some of the Monster Hunter games. Mark, you're the cat chef. Eating is kind of a big deal in the Monster Hunter universe. Before you go out on a hunt, it's a ritual to eat a gigantic meal. Oh, like the game makes a point of the food eating ordeal. Like the food is very delicious and yummy and realistic looking. Where'd you put those?
In my bag.
And you get to see your character eat it, sometimes with other people, and you definitely get the sense that you're, filling your belly with a lot of delicious, calorie-rich food before you go out on your big hunt.
No.
The board is in the room.
Mark's still gatekeeping the board.
It's staying in there. He said.
I'm not gonna bring it out because you'll just get it greasy, and then I won't have access to it. You'll have to climb over people. So, you do it like the game. You take a break.
You have to come to the cat kitchen.
Cat feeds you.
Mark and I planned to make a big, platter that would live in the kitchen and consist of, summer sausages, cheese, and other nibbly snacks, very savory things, so that in between hunts, me and my friend could go and fill ourselves up and then get back on to the next quest. I also finally sewed my plush Dodogama's eyes onto his head.
Have you had that chocolate before?
No.
Holy shit.
Is it good?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, Dodogama's ready.
He's got eyes.
He's got eyes.
And no pee-pee.
Before I knew what Monster Hunter really was, my first encounter with anything from the game was actually some fan hentai involving this particular monster named Dodogama. And I fell in love with how adorable and smooshy he was, at least in these illustrations that I had, run across on Twitter. And I was so inspired that I wanted to make a plushie of this big lizard creature that eats rocks and vomits lava. And while I was making the plushie, my bestie noticed and said, hey, that thing that you're creating is from the game that I've been playing while sitting next to you for the past month. And this was back when World was released in 2018, something like that. I created this plushie, but I never gave him eyes because sewing buttons on is annoying, and I put it off and then eventually forgot about it. And I'm proud to say that he finally has his little orange eyeballs, buttons, sewed onto his head, and he sat next to me while I kicked off the game, and that was really special. He's cute. He's like a big newt baby. He's like a blue bee. Well, he is like a blue bee. Oh, there's friends.
They're all mad at me.
They said go away. That's my new favorite. What is he? The thing I wanted to talk about, the reason why I'm making this video is because there was an enemy in the game that I fought on this first day that reminded me a lot of a certain experience that I had in Linz back when I was exhibiting Noodle Feet in 2018. I think this was actually the same year that Monster Hunter came out. So everything feels like it's going full circle. Yeah, it was. Wow. Okay. So same year, same everything. I was exhibiting Noodle Feet in Linz at the Contemporary Arts Center, the OK Center, the OK Center, and Noodle was in a gallery like a big kid, and he was on exhibit. Like, mommy had to leave him alone there with humans to come and interact with him. In the gallery, in one of the other areas, was this white blank gallery room, and it was filled floor to ceiling with this intricately woven red string. And it was amazing. Like, as an experience, to be a human walking around in this space, it left a very, very notable impact on me. I'm glad that I got to be there when it happened to be there, so that I could, you know, partake of this sensory input, the first-person experience of walking through a bright white, you know, glowing, day-lit room that was filled with this very saturated red fiber. Mark and I noted that it felt like you were in a spider's web. We tease that Noodles are a little spider or a little crab, so and Mark and I, being as we are, used to joke that at night Noodle might jump off of his pedestal and find his way to the string exhibit and get stuck inside of it. But yeah, we joke that we would get a call from the curators and we'd have to come and rescue him out of the exhibit as his parents. Don't get tangled in the thread, Noodle. In Monster Hunter, there is this spider that very coincidentally weaves a red web. And it was one of the first things that I fought in the game, and it reminded me of that, because there's this cutscene where it introduces the monster, which I think is called like Lala something, like Lalabina? Lalabina? That doesn't sound right. And the spider, the Lala spider, it weaves this giant part of this forest full of this red string that just kind of hangs everywhere in large clumps, fibrous draping clumps, and it reminded me a lot of this installation. This fight kind of transported me back there in my mind to these memories I had. And I went and found the video footage that I took back in 2018 and decided to make this video, because I never shared it. I don't think I ever, you know, talked about it back then. If you defeat the spider, you can use its parts to make a spider wedding dress for your cat companion. So currently, Digital Sophie is running around with me wearing a bob wig and this poofy dress. So maybe in real life Sophie will go as Lalabina Sophie for Halloween. Is she back? Sophie! Sophie! That's all I wanted to say. The charcuterie was very enjoyable. The game is really fun. Dodogama got to sit and watch it with me. Matt's gonna hunt some monsters. My bestie and I had a full long binge of the game on its release day, and we were up until, I don't know, well into the night playing it. And I don't know, I'm excited to continue. Noodle for Halloween this year will go as the Lalabina spider for their costume. And I'll get some red yarn and make a big tangly knot under my desk for them to climb around inside of. I plan on it. So, yeah. It's the beginning of March. Until my next video, keep making awesome stuff out there, and thank you for watching.